Right, we're doing a little unboxing today of some stuff we got from Mako Spearguns. I've been having a lot of real bad problems with my old gear, and especially when it comes to like my mask leaking up through the bottom, getting into my nose, kind of just having that salt water just stay right in that nasal cavity, and that's just freaking annoying. Then my snorkel has the purge valve at the bottom, and for some reason I've tried a couple of different ones, but they always seem to leak right when you take that big breath before you dive. It just fills up with water, and it just kind of irritates me. And I hate just being in the middle of like a kelp forest, coughing and choking on salt water. So I wanted to switch it up, get more freediving specific gear. I wanted to get a mask that was low volume, so I can do more freediving practice, and it would be a little bit easier to clear, especially when you're going down. So I picked up the Minimus, and let's try it on really quick. I'm going to breathe in my nose and see if it sticks on my face. Yeah, it's a pretty good fit. Let's try it with the band on the back. Yeah, I breathe in, it doesn't feel like it's leaking. It gets a good suction. And then my view range is about here to here. All right, so it's a pretty good 35 or 140 degree view range, which is quite a bit. It's like when you're going down in the water anyways, your head's kind of on a swivel, but having the lenses close to your face definitely gives you a broader range of view. And then one of my masks in the past, they were clear, and that's always kind of bad because you get the glare coming in the side. So the black also really helps with that. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be fun. Just make sure most of these masks have a silicone layer on the inside. So if you forget to scrub them inside and outside with toothpaste, or even take a lighter and kind of hold it on, and you can see the film burn away, you're gonna have some massive problems with fogging. So just make sure you do the standard procedure on cleaning and getting rid of that film off the lens before you go in the water. But yeah, this mask should be pretty good. I mean, the only way you can really tell is taking it out and using it, but from putting it on and trying on other masks, the silicone's very soft. Should be pretty good. Should be a lot better than what I'm using, so that's always a step in the right direction, right? The next thing I got was a standard, bare bones, basic freediving snorkel. Does not have the purge valve. Has a very open top. Some have these little one-way valves, but a lot of divers tend to not like them because they can either get stuck open or kind of just let a little bit of water in, and it just can be a little bit annoying to have a little bit at the bottom when you're breathing in. So I'm just going to try the super basic. This will attach to the side of the mask, and the fit feels comfortable and a lot of airflow. So I think this is going to be pretty good. What else do we have? We have the puncture-resistant Mako gloves. I've been using standard neoprene gloves, which they work, they're fine, but I want to do some more lobster diving. And we have spiny tail lobster here in California, and their tails aren't soft. So you want something that you can prevent a puncture and getting cut up. Also, when you're braining a fish and you're holding it by the gills and it's moving around, you're trying to take the knife and put it right through the brain, so take it out of its misery as fast as possible and as humanely as possible. You want something that if you slip, you might bruise yourself, but the knife won't go in and puncture you. That's always, safety first. But yeah, these feel pretty good. There's a little bit of a gap at the tip. I got medium. Maybe my hands are just too small, but I think since they're new, they just need to be broken in a tad bit. But they're definitely not uncomfortable. I'll still have the trigger finger, so as long as that works, you're pretty much good to go. They should be fine when you're loading up the gun to have your dexterity. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, and the last thing that we got is a reel. Man, I've been having the debate between a float line and a reel for a long time. I've read all over Spearboard and all these forums, and there's certain times, especially for beginners, they recommend, or Spearos, more advanced Spearos, they recommend to get a float line, a little bit safer. these things, you know, on the off chance can jam up, and you know, if they jam up and you have a big fish on the line, you know, your gun's as good as gone. That's, you know, one risk. It's the reel. It's, you know, it's a little bit more advanced because say this line comes out, it can get tangled easily, and if you're getting tangled in kelp and you're getting tangled with your reel, all of this can lead to problems, especially if you're underwater and not at the surface. So there's pluses and minuses to everything. I know for a fact when I'm in the kelp forest, the float line can get kind of annoying. A lot of times the float line gets tangled for some whatever reason, and it just is a little much. Whereas if you have the reel, you have the peace of mind that you know, you're not going to lose your gun, hopefully, as long as it does its job, and you can maneuver through the kelp much easier. And one thing that annoys me a little bit about the float line is when you are going through the kelp, at that one moment when you want to take a shot, a lot of times the float line will kind of pull the handle of the gun a little bit, unless you're holding it with your other hand and kind of give like a little slack. But that can get a little bit annoying. I think it's good to get a color that you can see. I opted for the high-vis yellow. You can try getting white. You know, there's other colors too, red, green, you name it. But whatever's easy to see, I think that's a good option. I got 50 meters, which is 150 feet. They recommend, if you're going to go for like a big fish, like a white sea bass, I can get up to like 70 pounds to go 200 feet or more. But, you know, I do have a float line that I can throw on if I really need to. I just don't dive in deep enough water around Southern California to think that I need, you know, 200, 250 feet, just because, you know, I'm down maybe between 10 and 35 feet most of the time. And if I'm going to catch a white sea bass, I'm going to do my best to kind of hold the line and kind of pull it into the kelp. But, you know, I could be totally wrong, and this could run out and bye-bye gun, but that's something that I'm willing to risk right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this kind of quick unboxing. Thank you, Dano, for sending this stuff out. Really appreciate it. And if you have a chance, definitely I'm going to put an article and a link to all the products that I have here on my site at Cast and Spear. That's castandspear.com. If you like this video, definitely, you know, leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want me to cover in the future. This is the first time I've done one of these kind of like unboxing product reviews, so just kind of getting my feet wet. If you also like the video, throw a thumbs up. And until then, stay safe in the water and happy fishing.